Hello makers, I am going to show you how I have set up my 2021 weeks as a health and fitness planner tracker thing. I am using a lot of notebooks and a lot of Hobonichis for 2021, but this one probably deserves a video of its own. So that I can explain each little part and piece without this video being crazy long. This is the Mint Weeks, I believe. It's a teal, lovely teal color. I have tied little things to the ends of the bookmarks because they fray and get weird. One of these says believe, and one of them says imagine. I am gonna get weird and start in the back. Oops. Further back. Because before I forget, on the My 100 pages of the weeks, I am going to be listing reasons to be healthy. To lose weight, to move more, to just be all around more healthy, so that on days when I am struggling to stay on track, to give a crap, I can come here and read hopefully some poignant reasons that I should stay the course. Alright, moving on. Another thing I want to point out that I do every year. Man, my desk, my table here has just completely thrown up notebooks and things for this, is I make a list of what I'm currently using, what I am tracking in them, what I'm not tracking but I want to, notes, whatever, so that as I go to set up new ones, I can look at this, I can make note of what I want in the weeks, the cousin, the original, or any other notebooks, bullet journals, whatever's that I'm using, and that makes it much easier for me. The other thing I do, which I've already taken them out of here, is I take little flags, page flag thingies, you know, these guys, and I write on it the thing that I want to put in here. So let's say my weight, and then I put that flag where I plan to track that thing. So I would have put it here, and then I get through my whole list of things that I think I want in my weeks in this case, and have placed them everywhere I think it makes the most sense to go. And then as I think about it more, if I want to move that part of information, I can move the flag, put it somewhere else, and I haven't messed up my page, hopefully. And then once I feel like, yep, I'm really dialed in, I can start making marks. Alright, let's go back to the beginning of this. This is where I will track my period and my depot shot. I know, riveting. This I was doing in my Hobonichi cousin this year. I transferred it into here just because I started the depot shot. That usually stops my periods. I know, TMI. But if I were to bring this into my doctor next year, when I'm not really having one and they want to know more about my cycle, I will have the information here. So I transferred in my 2020 information. Let's move on. Here is where I will track my measurements and weight. I picked a few high priority measurement points. I wrote down what they mean, like what does B mean down here. And so every month, somewhere around the first of the month, I will try to do my measurements, and I can track how that is shaking out. If you don't know, I am back doing keto, and if I shift away from that, I will still be highly focused on my health and fitness for the year. And then this is where I will be writing in my weight every day or every other day or every week or however frequently I do it. Moving on. All right, the monthlies I have decided is where I will track activity. Just activity. And goals, apparently. All right, so I don't think you can, maybe you can. This is in pencil on November 30th, just to keep it in my brain for what I plan to do. But provided I get my Apple Watch fixed or get a new Apple Watch, these things are going to happen. I am going to write down my steps for the day based on what my watch tells me. I am going to write down other Apple Watch information, like the tracking of calories it thinks I've burned, how close I might have been to closing my circles, or did I close all 3 circles, that kind of stuff. And then I am going to note the type of workouts or activity or just movement in general that I got that day. So then if you look down here, I have color coded. These colors could change month to month, whatever I'm vibing on. I got super nerdy and I wrote down the number of the color so that I could make sure it matched. These were just Tombow dual brush markers. But let's say I did a no BS active workout on the 15th, then I would put a circle with the color 312 in it to tell myself that I did that thing. Maybe I also ran errands. I'd put color 407 in a circle there. And I did some pretty gangster amount of cleaning or yard work or whatever, adulting stuff, and I would put this one there. So whatever I did for the day, activity wise, I will color code it in there because obviously there's not enough room to write it all in there, and I want to know from day to day, month to month, how much I was moving. I can tell you that through the pandemic until this last week, it was friggin' minimal. And if there's a Sunday where I did nothing but binge watch Netflix, cool. There's not going to be a single circle on that day. But hopefully I will do at least something every day, even if it is stretching or something like that. Anywho, that is how I will be tracking activity. I've got an other designation for whatever comes to mind that I've not thought of. And the next month I can always change this around if I am no longer doing these particular workouts, but I'm doing others. I'm not going to write any of that stuff in advance, as you can see, so that I can change it. And then I decided to put 4 goals down for the month. I suck at self-care and me time and just relaxing and not working in some capacity. So I want to have daily me time, even if that is only an hour on the couch, snuggling my dog, watching a show. Speaking of dog, bro, Dutchie, come on, let's go. You get down. Thank you so much. Come here. I want to lose at least 10 pounds, which for me should not be too big of a challenge if I stick to... Really? There's nothing happening out there that you need to bark at. Go away. If I stick to my Keto 100 plan, which goes to the middle of January. So holidays be damned. I plan to still try to lose 10 pounds this month. And then just plain move more every day, aka reaching step goals. One should lend itself well to the other. Those are my December goals. I don't feel like they're too cray-cray. I got this. And then, oh, let's just, all right, we are on the weeklies. I'm just gonna start on this side. I thought that I had everything dialed in the way that I wanted it until I had this whole page written on with my plans and things. I was going to move my weather over here in case weather played a part in my moods or my motivation or my energy levels or whatever. Changed my mind. I was also, since I was going to have this little section and put weather here, I was going to put moon cycle stuff because I thought there might be a chance I'd place a sticker here. The chances are slim that I am going to get that deco happy, that I am going to place a sticker over the moon phases that are already here every week. So I changed my mind. I was also going to write in like a daily health check in this remaining area here for each day. Also changed my mind. So I've decided it's going to be a page for whatever the mood strikes from week to week. This is probably going to be some lovely quote about focus or health or loving yourself or something to start the year or finish up the year in this case, whatever. And maybe some doodles or some collaging or whatever I feel like on these pages. Over here, this is primarily nutrition based information. Again, it's in pencil, not sure if you can see, but in this, for those that aren't familiar with the weeks, let me back up. There's little dots here that you could separate this into thirds if you want to. I think I'm going to. So in this first third, I have writing down my macros. If I am diligently tracking my food like I tend to do during keto and will be doing until mid-January. So this is where I would put my macros and calories. If I am not diligently tracking every bite of food and taking a break from that because I don't like it, I am just going to write down my meals. So there will at least be a quick note about what I ate that day, even if it's not wildly detailed. In this third, I'm going to be tracking my water. Could be stickers. Could be me just writing it in because I'm lazy. In this one, currently I'm thinking this will be the daily checkpoint for, am I having pain? Am I having anxiety? Just quick notes or deco stickers or whatever I want for this third. If there's nothing to note, like my mood is just fine, I'm not anxious today and I don't have a headache or pain of some sort, then maybe I'll just put a pretty sticker. No one knows. But I have space to put something like, holy crap, I had a panic attack today. What was that about? I know you might be thinking, but that's such a small amount of space. Don't worry, I got it covered. Because there's also this space, but more importantly, if you mosey to the back where it is just blank pages, I have more space. We'll come back to that because this is the beauty of my whole Hobonichi Weeks 2021. I've been toying with these charts, we'll call them charts, for the last couple months. I will show you how those have panned out in a second. All right. I got some of this charting idea from a YouTube channel that I cannot think of right now. If I can find it, remember it, whatever, I will note it in the description below. How do I want to describe this? All right, let's just start here. As you can see from here, which I'm suddenly really bothered by the fact that if it's this way, it's upside down. But when it's sideways as it will be used, it's fine. This is sleep, stress, mood tracker. So I have the days of the month here, as well as day of week. And then I can chart from 1 to 10 my sleep, my stress, and my mood, charting it in these ways. So if I got 8 hours of sleep, I would mark that with an open circle. The next day, go along. I'll show you. Evaluate my stress level on a scale of 1 to 10. Where was my stress? 1 being low, 10 being high. Mark that with an empty circle connected with a dash instead of a line, and then mood, scale of 1 to 10, etc. Closed circle with dots connecting them. That looks like, my boyfriend says it looks like some sort of alien language. That looks like this. So as you can see, I had some things happening that dropped my mood, raised my stress, and my sleep was a little all over the place, except for here. I also, like in this one, I put some little lines through the circle to say, sure, I was in bed trying to sleep for X amount of hours, but it was not a good night's sleep comparatively. Generally, my stress was down here. That's good. Until it wasn't. My mood was either good or midway point most of the month, except for when it wasn't. Let's not talk about yesterday and such. All right, well, I'll get back to this, but let's explain the next chart. Here is my intermittent fasting chart. Again, this is from the same person that charts their sleep, stress, and mood this way. It's basically a window of when I'm eating. Therefore, when I am not eating. I occasionally introduce intermittent fasting through the 16-8 window, so 16 hours of not eating and eating through an 8-hour window when on the days that I do it. So if I get up in the morning and I do my usual, which is sort of a keto coffee drink, so a caloric drink, I will put an empty circle at, let's say, 8 o'clock. I had a caloric drink to break my fast, even if it wasn't like a long 16-hour fast. At 8 o'clock, I had a caloric drink. I would put an open circle there. Then let's say at 1 o'clock I had lunch. I would put a closed circle there for food. And then again, whenever I had dinner, a closed circle. That dinner time is going to be earlier than normal if I am doing a fast that night. So for instance, here I had dinner at 4. Here I had it at 3:30. And then I fasted all the way through until the next morning when I had a caloric drink. In this case, I put lines through that because I wanted to tell myself it wasn't my normal coffee caloric drink. I actually had a super greens smoothie type thing. All right, otherwise, these days I just plain forgot to write anything in. It happens. But now I can track when I have intermittently fasted, when I ate way too late. What was I doing? I had a snack, apparently. And in general, my meal times are roughly the same. So that's what that's about. And then, full disclosure, I have type 2 diabetes. So I wanted to track my fasting blood sugars. So the number I get first thing in the morning. That has nothing to do with whether or not I have intermittent fasted. Just, I haven't had food since the night before. I wake up in the morning. What is my blood sugar? For me, that number has always been my higher blood sugar number. So it's the one that I check most frequently, even if I don't check it the rest of the day. I try to check that one. I have not the last couple of days, but this is what that looks like. Yeah, I'm a little all over the place, but you can see that keto was doing me some pretty good favors. Anyway, information worth knowing, especially when I go into my doctor. And then up top, I have a habit tracker. I'm just gonna put a dot if I've done it. Again, I got the days here. Oh, by the way, this is just highlighting the weekends for me, so it's a little easier to pick out days. And then I might find a midway point, or a point that I use most often and highlight that a little bit. So like if my meals are usually around 8 o'clock, maybe I will take a really light color and mark 8 o'clock. So I have my me time tracker, exercise tracker, magic mornings, which for me is just my spiritual practice, what I like to do in the morning for like meditation or just my thing, meditate. Keto low carb, 96 plus ounces of water, skincare, and close the rings on my Apple Watch. So that's what I want to track in December. And then over here is for meal planning. So I have a 7-day block of time for each week, or I can write out the meals that I think I want to have. Well, the dinners specifically. The dinners that I think I want to make that week. Not day specific, just what are 7 meals I think I want to make this week, even if one of them's leftovers. And then when I am in that week, I can decide day to day what I actually want to eat from that list. And I can make my shopping list or my grocery order, since I do curbside pickup right now, accordingly. And then here is where I will write more detailed information, if there is any, about how I am feeling physically, emotionally, mentally, all those things. I can just put a date, write a little bit in, and I know this is for the whole month, so it's just meant to be key points, because I have journals for big stuff, but key points if I need a little more room than what this is giving me. And then I think once I get through, like I counted out the pages, but I didn't really do anything after that. Leaving enough room, 2 spreads per month for this. If I get through December and think that, all right, that's all I really want to track, 4 pages is enough, then I will come back and leave a few pages to write in my frequent recipes, at least the ingredients, so that when I meal plan and I write in, I want to make keto pad thai, I come back here to keto pad thai and I see that I need these 10 ingredients, chuck them into my shopping cart, we're good to go. I don't have to go online for each recipe. I don't have to hunt through any books or whatever. I'm just gonna put my go-to recipes in the back here, at least my go-to ingredients for the recipes in the back here, so that I have them on hand when I am meal planning and grocery shopping via the interwebs. Alright guys, that's all I got for you. I know that a lot of people are using their weeks for health and fitness and things, so I hope that something I have done gives you some ideas on how to set yours up. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, I will try to find that YouTube channel to give them proper love for how I have been tracking my sleep, stress, mood, and my intermittent fasting. I think I know the best way to search for that. So that's it. That's my Hobonichi Weeks for 2021 and what I plan to do with it. I think I've covered all of the bases for health, fitness, things, and I can just easily roll into a doctor's appointment with this and not forget what I should be telling my doctor. Alright, thank you for watching. Please click like, subscribe, and all of those lovely things, and then go make something.